Manchester United are back to winning ways at Old Trafford after a 5-2 victory against Leicester City in the Carabao fourth round. Remember, Ten Hag was sacked on Monday after a 2-1 defeat to West Ham at the London Stadium, and the interim manager is their former striker, that is Ruud van Nistelrooy, who took charge in his first game as a Manchester United interim manager, and all has gone to plan as many expected. They expected Manchester United to bounce back in style, and they did bounce back in style at Old Trafford with a good performance compared to the one they had against West Ham. Just to try to compare these two games, the one they've had today against Leicester and the one they had against West Ham, the only difference is that the game against West Ham, they did not take these chances, the chances they were creating. But in today's game, I think they were a bit clinical enough, as goals from Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes and a goal from Alejandro Garnacho was enough to sink the Foxes at Old Trafford. So the question is, should Ruud van Nistelrooy be given a chance to show what he can do with this squad of Manchester United? But at the moment, United are in talks with the current manager of Sporting Lisbon, that is Ruben Amorim, in a bid to bring him to Old Trafford. And at the moment, we don't know if the deal will be completed in place for him to be in the dugout against Chelsea on Sunday, if I'm not wrong. But all I'm going to talk about is today's match, and I'm going to analyze it in terms of United, how they played, and what they need to do and what they need to improve on, and what they have improved on post Ten Hag era. And I must say I was a bit surprised by inclusion of Joshua Zirkzee. I think maybe it's because it's a Carabao and you need the rotation in the squad. I think maybe that's why he was started, but I wasn't convinced by him being named in the first 11. Also, I wasn't convinced enough with Rashford playing on the left, on the right, or rather, I think maybe Amad Diallo could have been given the chance from the first minute to showcase what he can do with Alejandro Garnacho on the right, or maybe Rashford on the left, that is. So, but that wasn't the case because Ruud van Nistelrooy gone with a different setup and a different lineup as the one they used to have against Ten Hag. Ten Hag normally plays a 4-2-3-1 formation. That is the formation he has played since he arrived to Manchester United back in 2022. He has played 4-2-3-1 formation. I don't think if he has ever tried any other formation. But today, I think if you watch the game keenly, you will notice Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee up front with Rashford on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte in the midfield. So it was like a 4-4-2, a traditional formation which was used by Sir Alex Ferguson during his days, and he did wonders with that formation. When the lineup was announced, there was speculation that the formation will be 4-4-2, but some says it will be the 4-2-3-1 with Zirkzee as the lone striker and Bruno Fernandes playing number 10 role, with the Casemiro and Ugarte being two holding midfielders. But if you watch the game keenly, I think it was more of a 4-4-2 formation, not a 4-2-3-1, because sometimes you could see Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee up front together when they are defending. That is when you can easily notice how they were positioning themselves against Leicester City, and I think that is the blueprint of Ruud, and that is how they managed to win against Leicester, because they were playing. I think they played two formations. If you are keen enough, sometimes you find Zirkzee on the right and Rashford up front. Sometime you find Garnacho and Rashford playing the same flank. So I think it was a bit of a freedom. He gave players freedoms, to roam around and create spaces and score goals. And we saw the first goal was scored by Casemiro, a brilliant, well-taken goal by the Brazilian, who is still packed it's still stuck, as I can say, because many or after if you remember, after the Liverpool game where United lost 3-0 at Old Trafford, Casemiro was one of the players who were called out because he had a powerful performance. And after that, I think he's been brilliant. And today he also was brilliant with those passes. He could have had at least an assist today. He made a brilliant pass to Bruno Fernandes, and somehow Bruno Fernandes didn't manage to score from it. And he scored 2 great goals. The first one was just superb, far away, but he still took it and managed to score the first goal for Manchester United. The second goal was scored by, if I'm not wrong, was scored by Alejandro Garnacho. Yeah, the second goal was scored by Alejandro Garnacho, and a brilliant assist from Jallo. A good game, and Jallo scored the second goal. Leicester pulled one back in the 33rd minute, but 3 minutes later, United were back on a 2-goal margin lead after a brilliant free kick by Bruno Fernandes, which hit Leicester's player, but it was a shot on target. That means the goal was awarded to Bruno Fernandes. The fourth goal was scored by none other than Casemiro. After a brilliant header, hit the woodwork, he ran and pounced it on to make it 4-1 to Manchester United. Before halftime, Leicester pulled one back to make it 4-2 after a good delivery from Leicester in that set piece, and United were unable to clear that ball, and it fell on Konikodi's leg and pounced it past by Ndidi to make it 4-2. Second half was a bit intense. The first 15 minutes, I think Leicester were really pushing for the third goal, but somehow they didn't manage to score, and United had the chance. Goal scored by Bruno Fernandes. I think it was a miss pass by Okoli, if I'm not wrong, and it was a short pass to goalkeeper, but somehow the pass was short, and Bruno Fernandes took advantage. Brilliant goal, composure to make it 5-2 in favor of Manchester United, and that was it. 5-2 win at Old Trafford. That is post-Ten Hag era. And if I could make a point out of that game, I think there are some changes or some improvement are needed if United as to challenge for maybe the FA Cup, the Carabao, the Europa League, and also maybe finishing in top 4. They need to change, they need to improve on some areas like defending the set pieces. Leicester scored their 2 goals, and those 2 goals they scored them through set pieces, and this is where United needs to do more and more about that sector, because we know clubs like Arsenal who are strong enough in that area. If they have those kind of set pieces, corners, they can punish you in those areas. So United need to improve on defending set pieces. They don't know how to score from set pieces, and they also don't know how to defend those set pieces. I think Manchester United, I think they improved a lot in terms of creating chances, which they have been, and also they improved in terms of shot on targets, as they had 9 shots on target today in response to Leicester's 7. They had 23 shots overall in response to Leicester's 16. In terms of XG, goal expected, United had a 2.95 XG in response to Leicester's 0.94 XG. I think Leicester were a bit of missing Jenny Vardy. He missed today's game. Big chances created, Leicester only created 1 chance in response to United 4 chances, big one created. So that tells you a lot how United managed to prevent Leicester from scoring. Passes, United had 560 passes, which they completed 488. Leicester had 431 passes, which they completed 364. That tells you a lot, because I think Leicester was somehow good in terms of passing. And United, the second half, the first 15 minutes, they were not confident enough to have the ball, and Leicester could have scored a goal if they were clinical enough. My man of the match, I think for me, is Casemiro. He did well, scored 2 great goals, controlled that midfield. His passes were brilliant. For me, I think Casemiro is my man of the match. If I can just look at his stats, Casemiro, he had an XG of 0.64. He scored 2 goals. He had 5 shots. Shots on target were 2. Expected goals on target were 1.1 plus 1.22. Shot of target 3, hit woodwork 1. He missed only 1 chance, so that is offensive. Key passes, he had 1. Passes into final third, 11. Passes completed, that is 27%, 36 out of 47 passes completed. Long pass completed 67, 8 out of 12. Touches, he had 68. Big chances scored 1. Was double pass twice. Aerial duels won 67%, and I think he did well, Casemiro. And if there was somebody who could rival him for man of the match, I think it's Bruno Fernandes. I did well too. Looking at his start, he also had a very good game, and I think if not Casemiro, then Bruno Fernandes should be given the man of the match. But if you ask me, genuinely speaking, I think Casemiro should be awarded as man of the match between Manchester United and Leicester at Old Trafford. Just to look some other games that were played today. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, Spurs were also playing today. And Brighton versus Liverpool. Liverpool have won the game 3-2. Just to check on the scores. Liverpool goals were scored by Cody Gakpo. Scored 2 goals. Luis Diaz scored a goal. Brighton goals were scored by Samuel Adingra and Thierry Lamptey. So Liverpool have advanced to the next round. They've joined Manchester United at the next round. Aston Villa have been defeated 2-1 at home by Crystal Palace. One of the shocking results for tonight is Aston Villa losing 2-1 to Crystal Palace at home. A goal scored by Eze Kamada, Dachi Kamada, the new signing for Palace. Aston Villa had their goal scored by John Duran, who's having a good season for Newcastle. So Aston Villa and Brighton are out of the Carabao Cup. Arsenal made it to the next round after 3-0 win against Preston North End. Goal scored by Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz, and if I'm not wrong, Ethan Nwaneri, the youngster, also scored the goal for the Gunners to make it 3-0 to they're advancing to the next round. Another shocking result was Chelsea, who lost 2-0 to Newcastle United. An own goal by Disasi and a goal by Alessandra Isak was enough to send the Toons to the next round and knocking out Chelsea. Remember, they played on Saturday. On Saturday, where Chelsea they played on Sunday, I think I'm not wrong, where Chelsea won 2-1 the Premier League, and Leicester Newcastle have gone on to win in the Carabao Cup 2-0. So Liverpool, Manchester United, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Newcastle, Southampton and Brentford have qualified the next round. The big names out are Brighton, Aston Villa and Chelsea. At the moment, the game is still going on between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspurs, and it's 86 minutes. Spurs are still leading 2-1. I'll let you know what happened in the community section when the game ended. So guys, thanks for watching. I think the draw of the next round is going to take place tonight, so we're going to see which team are going to face each other in the 5th round. Thanks for watching, guys.